Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Chris Borden here, back with another 0 to 10K challenge video. First, I want to start out and just go over some of the cards that I already had and sold, and then get into a couple that I bought recently, and then I've got a big surprise that we will be opening today. So I've brought out the Nasty Nick PSA 7 a few times. I got this for $250, and I messed up. So I put this card on eBay, and I was just testing the market. I planned on taking it down before it actually sold. I don't know if that's frowned upon in the eBay community, but that was my idea, to test the market. And I messed up, forgot to take it down, and it sold for $325. So that was about the most painful $75 that I've ever made. I got this PSA 7 Atom Bomb for $190, and this one I have not listed yet. Don't want to mess up like I did with the Nasty Nick, so I'm just going to hold on to that for now. And then here are a couple of the purchases that I made recently. I got the J Decay PSA 8 for $40, which seems like a steal. It's not one of the most popular, but it is from the first series. So for only $40, you know, if the other ones keep going up in price, Atom Bomb, Nasty Nick, I don't see how they won't eventually get to the other OS1 set or cards going up towards that price. I did buy one second series card. I got this PSA 8 Lukewarm for $20, which seems like a good buy too, because I just saw some sell PSA 8 at $60, so I really could just turn around and make $40 right off the bat with that. I got a Bad Brad PSA 8. I believe I paid $40 for this one. I got to check the spreadsheet, but all good buys. As long as they're under $50 and they're the first series, I don't see how you're losing. I think the whole first series is just going to keep going up in price. So again, anything under $50 is a good buy, at least in my eyes. And a Dead Ted PSA 8. The last thing that we're selling from my original collection that I had is these 20, what are these? These are the glossy back. So 20 glossy back OS1s. They're all in fair condition, you know, rounded corners. Some are beat up more than the others, but no writing, nothing crazy. They're all still worth, you know, $5 to $10 a piece. And right now they're all listed on eBay, and we have bids at $93. So that one should be selling. And then other than that, like, all I have left is the full OS1 set and then the graded cards. But I did just make a huge purchase, and I bought 2 OS1 wax packs, and we'll be opening them up right now. Okay, and here are the 2 wax packs. I'll show them to both cameras. They do look sealed. You know, I know these aren't as bad as Pokemon, but there are people in the hobby that will fake stuff or rewrap packs, so I'm hoping that that's not the case with these. See if you can get a good look at, I don't know if it'll focus. The corners do look a little beat up. I'm hoping it's just the pack, not the cards. But yeah, let's get right into it, I guess. This is my first pack opening on the channel. Really my first pack opening since I bought like Yu-Gi-Oh cards in 2010. Wow, the packs open really easily. As I say that, this one gets stuck. Come on. And these cards are so sought after that at this point even the wax pack is worth a decent amount. I will be keeping one just to have it with the collection, with the OS1 set that I have. Okay, this back card looks damaged right off the rip. The gum is free, which is great. The gum is completely loose. Alright, well, we have a checklist here with a damaged back. Wow, I'm so nervous to flip these over. Okay, let's go. Evil Eddie, that's a good hit right off the bat. It's off center, but the card looks, this is a miscut. I don't know if you can see that down in that bottom right hand corner. I don't know if that's a known error or if that's just a random miscut, but I will look into that. Let's look at the back. Matte back. It's also off center, which is really normal for these cards. I mean, just the way the card is and the fact that it's a sticker, there are a ton of off-center cards. So there's the Evil Eddie. We have penny sleeves and we have top loaders, so we're going to get all of these straight into them. I'm not taking any risks. I paid $700 for these 2 packs, so see if we can make our money back. That's a good looking card though. I mean, the card's packed fresh. It's crisp. It's got great corners. These are also all going off for grading. Like I said, I got to make the most out of what I get out of the pack, so I will be sending all of these out for grading. I still am not sure if I'm going to go through Beckett or PSA, and I'll explain why in a minute. I just want to get through to these. This also seems like a weird cut sticker. It dips in on the left side, but not on the right. And typically, here, let me just show you. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're not always even. Okay. I thought they were usually symmetrical on the sticker cut, but maybe not. This is also off-center, right to left, and also top to bottom a little bit. The back looks good, also off-center. But again, the cards are crisp. There's a little, looks like a wax stain right there. But we'll get this one in. The big hits we're looking for are, well, one, the Evil Eddie, but his brother, the Nasty Nick, the first card in the whole series, is the big hit. So that's what we're looking for. Also, Atom Bomb, which is the card that they used for all of the marketing, and that's just the most well-known card. So those are the ones that bring in the most value. Next, we have Slimy Sam, which is really off-center. This is unfortunate how off-center this whole pack is. Let's hope that the next pack isn't this bad, but this is really right to left. And then, yeah, the back is really bad as well. Alright. Slide that away. Slimy Sam. Try not to look. Okay. Hey, the last one looks at least a little more centered. This one is so far off. I mean, it's almost coming off the card. Up at the top. Melton Melissa. Yeah. I mean, I don't know who they had working at these factories back in '85, but they were not paying attention to where they were cutting the cards or where they were printing or anything. But the cards look good. They're in good condition. Even these off-center cards, you got to look too, because if you do find something that's an error or a severe miscut where it actually takes off a chunk of the picture, sometimes those cards will actually bring in more value. So I'm gonna have to look further into all of these. But so far, most of these, like once they are graded, they're gonna be, the cards may be, you know, an 8 or a 9, but they're gonna end up getting 8 or 9 OC, and that takes away a lot of the value. Everybody wants to look at a well-centered, you know, nicely placed card versus something that's hanging off the edge. This one's a little bit better, Thin Lin. This is also a pretty popular card from the set. Yeah, real off-center top to bottom, but at least on the sides it looks better. And then this is the checklist that has the damage on the back. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the wax got stuck to the card and then just ripped some off. That was not me when I was pulling it open. I was stuck on wax, not wax to paper, so Um, this one's corners are also a little rough. I don't know if you're going to be able to get that. That's asking for too much from the camera, I think. Alright, so that's the first pack. Let's hope for better centering on the second one. That was a little discouraging, but the gum feels like it's moving loosely in this one as well. That's a good sign. Come on. I'll get better at opening these, hopefully. See, this seems too stuck. And this one, oh, what the hell? There's something on this back card too. Yeah, these packs are not going to open clean. I really hope this wasn't resealed, because I have heard of people resealing them. And that's what causes them to stick. Whoa! Let's go. It is off center, but I don't even want to touch it. But we have a nasty nick. Oh, these are cut so weird. Are these real? You never know with Garbage Pail Kids cards, but this is just cut terribly. So you can see the sticker is clipping the bat wing. It's also right along the edge of the G, and then it goes off the border as well. But this is the card we were looking for. It's not centered perfectly. It's definitely not perfect, but it's not terrible. It's definitely right to left and top to bottom a little bit. But graded, this card, if it gets a 9, this might be 9OC. If it even gets a 9, it's got dings in it. Probably looking at like a 7 or an 8, honestly, if we're going to be real. But that alone, if it does bring in an 8, it's a glossy back. So this card is worth about $500. Oh, I just spoiled the whole surprise too with the rest of the cards because I was distracted with this one. Unfortunate that the corners do look a little dinged up. I got the packs for $275 and $320 or $345. So that's what, we're just looking to get back at least that, make a little bit of profit. See, this is the first one that looks cut well. It's still off center, but guillotina. It's off top to bottom and left to right. But the sticker cut is perfect. On the back, it's really off center top to bottom, but it looks clean. So we got one waxy pack and one glossy backpack and one matte backpack. Looks like. This one I don't know. I've never looked up a guillotina graded, so I don't actually know the value of this card. We'll have to get back to that at the end here. Next we have Drippy Dan, which is a really clean looking card, actually. It's still off center, left to right, top to bottom. Doesn't look like we're going to get any well-centered cards out of this pack, but that's alright. Like I said, it's pretty typical for Garbage Pail Kids cards to be off center, so it doesn't completely destroy the value of them. This is a pretty popular card, so we'll have to see what the PSA grades are. I'll go back through, and I think at the end I'll do a spreadsheet and kind of show what I paid for them, and then we'll go over the different grades and values for those grades and see some estimates of what we'll get back depending on how they grade. I also have to look into whether or not I'm going to grade them through Beckett or PSA. PSA is a little bit easier to grade. With how off-center these all are and the few dings and dents, I might just go through PSA because they seem to be the easier grading company. I do like Beckett more for their slabs. They just look more like visually pleasing, and you get the possibility of getting a black label. Obviously, with none of these will I be coming close to a black label. You can see this one, if I can get it to focus, has a lot of marks along the top there. Look like scuff marks, almost. I guess that's from the print dragging at the top, but the back actually looks pretty decent on this one. Probably the best, most well-centered back that we've seen. But Ale and Al, that's a good card. Yeah, they're all pack fresh cards, so they are in great condition. I think they will get graded, at least above a 6. And for these, that means it's increasing the value. The only way you're losing money by grading is if you end up with something lower than a 6. Alright, and the last card in the pack is Weird Wendy, which just might be the most well-centered card on the front side that we got out of these packs. The sticker looks good. It's not cutting into the picture at all. And the back's well-centered, but the back is destroyed by something. I'm obviously gonna make the effort to try and clean these cards, but this looks like something got into the pack and dripped down the card, or maybe the packs were wrapped with a rubber band for a long time. I don't know what that could be, but those are my guesses. And that's it. That's our 10 cards. Like I said, we spent $700, and we'll see how much we get back, see if we made any money on these.